Hey guys, and welcome back to another brand new One Punch Man video. And yes everyone, we recently have a new update regarding the English dub of One Punch Man Season 3. And obviously I'll be covering the release date, where it will get released, and also the fans' reaction to it, because obviously as everyone knows, the new episode 6, just got the title of worst rated episode of all time on IMDb. And obviously with that level of rating, with that level of fans' frustration towards the episode itself, the reactions to such a harmless tweet such as giving an update regarding the English dub version of the series itself is definitely going to be pretty interesting, considering the fact that One Punch Man fans are really vocal when it comes to voicing their criticism and also showing their frustration towards how bad this season has been so far. I mean, like, I don't blame them. Episode 6 in particular pretty much had the same quality as episode 1, but with lesser good drawing quality, lesser consistency, lack of movement. This has been the season's weakest aspect so far, and episode 6 on the other hand just hit a new low for One Punch Man overall. And again, I have mentioned this multiple times, episode 6 as a whole is literally a gross outsource to a subcontracting studio of JC Stuff X10 production. This basically means JC Stuff themselves doesn't even have the time to actually work on this episode or even finish the episode, since in this episode only the chief animation director, the photography team, and also the 3D CG team from JC Stuff actually work on this episode, while the others are literally people from X10 Animation, which is a studio from China. I'll probably get more into that in a bit, and I'll also talk about the overusage of the color itself. But now let's take a look at the latest update on the release date of the English dub for One Punch Man Season 3. So here it is, the news straight from Viz Media themselves. Listen up heroes, One Punch Man Season 3 English dub is coming to Hulu for the US territories and Disney Plus for the people from Canada on the 30th of November 2025. So that basically means in 9 days we will be getting the English dub version. I'm pretty sure it will get released one week after another. So starting from the 30th of November, episode 1 English dub will get released, and then the next week and then the next week, basically the English dub release will be out alongside a new episode of One Punch Man Season 3, but obviously with a 5 episodes gap, if I'm not wrong. Please correct me on that if I am. But yes everyone, for anyone that is an enjoyer of English dub version of One Punch Man Season 3, there it is, a good news for you. Now let's take a look at some of the fans' reaction. Obviously there is a positive and negative side of it. There's also people that are genuinely happy that it will be getting an English dub. So here it is. Alright, let's start off with the positive one, shall we? So here we got Underdog saying, looking forward to it. Fritz is also someone that is probably a fan of English dub, saying, finally. And then we got Abyss, someone that has probably been waiting for the English dub release, saying, about time. Damn. And then we got Lord San, pretty much watching it for the sake of the enjoyment. Yes, bad animation, blah blah blah. I want to still listen to the voice acting in its glory. Cyber Draco also said, awesome, can't wait to finally watch it, and I know some people will tell me not to, but I don't care. I still want to see it. And this kind of brings me a new perspective of people actually wanting to wait for the English dub to actually watch it, because as you guys know, English dub usually takes time and it doesn't really release simultaneously with the actual Japanese dub of the episode itself. There are still people that hasn't really watched the episode itself. So again, this will be their first time watching it with English dub instead of the Japanese dub. I'm pretty sure there's more comments that are pretty much positive, but I doubt those are actually real because, you know, bots. So yes everyone, let's continue forward with the majority of the opinion that has been vocal about it, and that is the negativity under the post itself. So yes everyone, get ready because we are going into the negative territory. Wow, color me shocked. The lowest rated anime ever is under Disney. Lol. Keep it to you please. We are tired that you and Bandai already destroyed the franchise. So please cancel One Punch Man Season 3. Please, I don't want to watch my favorite franchise to be destroyed in this way. Will it also have a new animation that isn't dog shit? Just drop this show. We're good. You can keep it. Lol, no thanks. Watching this shit once was enough for me. And obviously there are more under this thread alone. It's just insane. How a harmless tweet like this announcing the English dub of the season itself will get this many comments regarding the animation, while the post itself isn't even about it. It's literally about the English dub of it. Again, One Punch Man fans has been vocal about their frustration towards how this IP is being treated, which again is understandable because they have been waiting for 6 years straight. Alright, not gonna lie, I kinda ran out of ideas to talk about in this video and I kinda need to drag this to over 8 minutes for the mid-roll ads. So let's talk a bit about episode 6 again, because this has been one of the most controversial episodes of One Punch Man so far, even though the content that they are adapting isn't that much. It's pretty much a nothing burger. It is their 1000th time having a strategic meeting for this Monster Association raid. And again, I want to mention this multiple times, it's really unfortunate that this particular season starts off really slow, and part of it is also from the manga as well. Yusuke Murata seems to want to put a lot of emphasis on how they're planning to actually attack the Monster Association, but in this case this has been going on for 4 episodes straight with little to no action at all. It really sucks that this season started off really slow and the pacing itself is out of place as well. While it is true that the source material itself has this tons of information regarding the preparation for it, but in the manga you can kind of read through it pretty quickly, I would say. But in the form of an anime, it's pretty hard to do that because obviously it is an adaptation, but you need to adapt. What works in a manga doesn't usually translate well in the anime, and that is an aspect One Punch Man Season 3 is really struggling at. Season 3 as overall did put tons of ambitious ideas into it. One of it is using the neon color thing. Yes, I understand the meaning behind it. They're trying to use more of the color theory to emphasize more on how a certain character is thinking or how a certain character is reacting to something. And I mean, we've already seen tons of great examples on other anime, and the one that is pretty much closest is JoJo no Kimio no Boken. Yes. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure uses a lot of color theory to emphasize more on the character, how they want to set a certain tone of the scene as well. JoJo Bizarre's Adventure in particular did it in a more creative and a genius way, I would say. Behind every color there is an intention. And compared to One Punch Man Season 3, I understand the meaning, but some of it are literally just placed on such a weird way. There's no need to place this color like this. Maybe they have a different approach to it, I have no idea, but it doesn't work. This varies to each episode director, how they want to use it in every single episode. So obviously, the usage of it might going to be a little bit overboard, depends on a certain episode director. Again, I've mentioned this multiple times, but it's probably just because of me being biased. The S-Class entrance hero is still one of the best usage of it, because by using the color theory thing, it did set up a much more heroic moment when the S-Class heroes actually enters the scene. This is how you use the color theory, not just randomly place it with such a weird color as well. Again, this has been one of the biggest complaints from the fans, and even I myself, even though the first few episodes doesn't feel like they are overusing it, but at this point, maybe make me a color theory. What am I even saying? But yes everyone, those are basically it. Thank you very much for watching this video. This video is over 8 minutes already, so haha, mid-roll ads. Thank you very much and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.